All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with our Intro to Investing Math Study Guide. Before we get started with problem number 1, there's one equation we have to become familiar with, and that's to determine whether our investment has had a gain or a loss. So determine gain or loss, and you can put this anywhere on your paper to remember. Gain or loss is simply going to be equal to our current value minus our original investment. Now that's going to tell us whether or not we've had a gain or loss. If we subtract our original investment from our current value and get a positive number, we know that we've had a gain. If we subtract our original investment from our current value and get a negative number, we know we've taken a loss. So it's important to understand and know how to calculate whether we've gained or lost on our investment within a certain period of time before we begin. So let's take a look at number 1. You invested $1,000 in a mutual fund. Your account now has a value of $1,462. Your gain was. So they're already telling us we know it's going to be a positive number or a gain. So let's go ahead and calculate our gain by starting with our current value. $1,462, and then we are going to subtract our original investment of $1,000. So when we subtract our original investment of $1,000 from our current value of $1,462, what is our monetary gain? $462. Let's go ahead and move on to number 2. We're going to use what we just did, that same equation, but we're not only going to find the monetary gain, we're also going to find the percentage gain. So let's take a look here. You invested $2,000 in a stock. Your account now has a value of $2,286. Your percentage gain on investment, rounded to the nearest percent, was. So again, let's start with that same equation. What is our current value now? $2,286. And we are going to subtract our original investment of $2,000. We already know it's going to be positive because it is a gain, and that gain is $286. Now we're not going to stop here because we want to know what percentage we've actually gained of our original investment. And to determine that, we are going to take our gain and we are going to divide it by that original investment to figure out our percentage gain. So let me get that up here, percentage gain. So we're going to do exactly that. So our gain numerically was $286, and we're going to divide it by our original investment of $2,000. $286 divided by $2,000 is going to be equal to 0.143. Now, of course, we want this as a percentage. So we're going to move that decimal place 2 to the right, and it told us to round to the nearest percent. So we're going to drop that 3 off and just simply leave it at 14% gain. Let's go ahead and move on to number 3. And we're going to look at our investment not only over 1 month, but over 2. So let's begin by reading, you invest $1,500 in a fund. You check your statement at the end of April and you have lost 15%. When the statement for May comes, you see you've gained 15% in May. What is the value of your account? Now don't be fooled here because a lot of people would say 15% loss and then 15% gain would be the exact same amount, which it is not. So make sure you understand that. So we're going to start with April, and we are going to start with our original investment of $1,500. So $1,500 in the month of April, we know we lost 15% of our investment. So to figure out 15% of our $1,500 investment, we are going to multiply by 15%, or move that decimal place 2 places over, 0.15. When we multiply 15,000 times 0.15, that is equal to $225. That's how much we lost in April. Now to move on to May, we have to figure out what our new balance is before we start in May 1st. So in April, we started with $1,500. And we lost, so we subtract $225. So our new total is going to be $1,275 for us to start in the month of May. So let's go ahead and move that balance forward to May, not the original $1,500 because we lost $225 in April. So our new total is $1,275, and this time it says we actually gained in May. We gained 15%. So let's figure out 15% of our new total. So 1,275 multiplied by 15%. So again, we're moving that decimal 2 places to the left. So 0.15 multiplied by 1,275 is going to give us a gain of $191.25. So remember, this is money that we earned in May to add to our balance. So let's begin with our balance of 1,275, and we're going to add the money we earned in May, $191.25. That's going to give us a new balance total of $1,466.25, but it does say round to the nearest dollar. So we'll go ahead and remove that there for our answer of $1,466. Let's take a look at number 4. You put $750 in an interest-bearing bank account that pays 9% per year, but has a fee of $5 per month. Are you getting ahead? So the first thing we need to decide is how much interest are you gaining in that year. So interest we can calculate by our balance multiplied by our interest rate, which is 9%. So let's take that percent sign off, move that decimal 2 places to the left, so 0.09, and we're going to multiply 0.09 times $750 to figure out how much interest we make in 1 year. So in 1 year, we make $67.50 in interest. So let's see if that's more than the fees we're paying per month for this account. So to calculate our fees, what we're going to do is take our $5 fee per month and multiply it by 12 months to see how much we are paying in 1 year. So $5 per month times 12 months per year would give us a total in fees for the year of $60. So are we getting ahead making $67.50 in interest with $60 in fees per year? So yes, we are getting ahead with this investment. The last problem here, we are simply going to look at 2 things. You have some cash and you can either invest in a short-term bond that pays 6% or pay off some credit card debt at 4%. What should you do? Well, the answer is simple. You simply look at what is paying the highest percentage or what percentage is the highest when we're looking at debt. Whichever percentage is the highest is the one that you should invest or pay off. So in this case, since the short-term bond is 6%, which is higher than the credit card debt at 4%, you should choose to invest in the short-term bond at 6%.